I think you're a pretty significant role in my life, even though I have a partner.
I am.
Oh my god, bro. Mal hates people. Mal hates people.
You're gonna get 10 views anyways. 5 of the views are us. So
when it's your funeral, you best believe I'm gonna be playing some Britney Spears.
Hi everyone. Welcome to WOW. Woes of Womanhood. This one is a very hard topic for me to talk about. There's just so many layers to this topic.
Yes.
And it's about building your own tribe or community.
Your village.
Your village. And how important it is to build that as you go into your adulthood or womanhood. Melody introduced me to this idea of this village or tribe of your friends, and I never thought of it that way. So it was kind of eye-opening, and I've had my ebbs and flows of different friendships, fallouts. As we got older, I've gotten much closer to certain friends as well. So I wanted to share a few of these experiences and how your friendship evolves as you go into your later 20s.
Mal, great intro.
Thank you.
I think I want to expand upon what I mean by building that village. And I think a big part of what brought up this conversation was because I am someone who very much loves to host people, bring people together, and I put a lot of time and effort into doing that.
Right.
So our close friend group, we kind of created this initiative to come together at least once a month and do rotating hostings at each other's houses.
One little insert here. I didn't grow up hosting. My family didn't do a lot of hostings. We would like go to other people's places and like just do a chit chat with like little snacks and stuff, but it wasn't this like grand hosting. So this idea of hosting people and your friends or even family is very new to me.
I think that's a good point. And I think it's kind of embedded in the culture. There's some more individualistic cultures and some more collective cultures. And I think there's a lot of groups just that comes to mind. Like I'm Middle Eastern. So Middle Eastern cultures definitely are very collective. Like Hispanic cultures are very collective. Like there's a big emphasis on family. And I think oftentimes that leads to, that's kind of how you give love. And like hosting is a big part of that.
Right.
So I think it definitely comes more naturally to me than it would to you, for example. We have this time slotted on the calendar for our friends to do a rotating hosting.
I just have extreme high expectations of ourselves as hosts, and I think it is built upon Melody's ideas of hosting as well.
Mal got to the point where she was like complaining about the hostings and like, I don't want to do the hostings anymore. That got us into the conversation of why do we really do these hostings? And then I went into this deeper dive of it's not only to bring us together, it's about building your own village. So selfishly, this is actually investing in my own relationships and building my community for my future. Now I was kind of diving into that and explaining that concept of a village to Mao. It doesn't even have to be your friends. It could be your friends and family, but it's just people around you who you know will ride or die be there for you. Through every stage of your life, they're going to be your support system. And you need that as you grow up. You can't do everything on your own. You always need people around you to support you during every life stage, good or bad. So that's me investing into my village, and I'd hope that eventually those people also invest back into me, which they typically do.
And this was mind-blowing to me. I was like, oh my God, am I investing into my village? And then I started to spiral and thinking about who is in my village, who gets to be part of my village, who do I want to recruit into my village, who's gonna actually take care of me when I'm 80 years old? If I don't have family, if I don't have a partner, who are my friends that are gonna be my ride or dies? To break down this village discussion, I think there's 4 buckets. The first one being who gets to be part of your village, what is the personality types, who are your friends that get access to your time and you. The second one is who doesn't get to be part of your village, your tertiary friends, and how do we define that? Third one is what is investing in your village actually mean? And then the last one is what is the purpose of this village? Let's start with the first one. Who gets to have access to your community and who do you like to recruit?
So for me, I think a part of this definitely comes naturally throughout your life. You find people who are naturally there for you and support you, and you want to celebrate them. So a part of it is natural. A part of it is, I don't want to say strategic, but it's very much active in the sense of who do I think it's worth investing in? Sometimes you invest in people and they don't give anything back. And I think that's pretty unfair. And that's a lot of times when you have like one-sided relationships and you feel like I'm doing so much for this person and they're not giving me anything.
And I want to preface when we say give anything back, it's not materialistic, it's not monetary stuff, the emotions and comfort and the safe space. There is a give and take of those values too.
You're there for that person all the time, but then they're not there for you.
Like emotionally.
It can be very one-sided. I feel like it's meshing with maybe one of your other questions, but I'm like, who gets access to be in my village is people who identify as I love them and truly do want to pour into them. And also I can tell that they're also pouring back into me. Who doesn't deserve to be in my village is someone who would not reciprocate that.
My village is currently occupied with people who I've known.
I'm currently at max capacity of my village.
My village is occupied with people who I've known my entire life. It's honestly hard to recruit newer people because they just don't know the origin of where I started and like my background. I mean, I'm always looking for new recruits, but at the same time, as I get older, I don't really want to expand my village.
Okay, wait, 2 comments on that. One, I agree in the sense that that's also been my experience, is I have people in my village who have known me my whole life. And they often say that people you are friends with know who you are, but people who have been friends with you like forever know why you are that way. People who you grow up with just know who you are on a different level. It's not like, oh yeah, that's just how Melody is. It's like, I know Melody's that way because of this reason. And I think because of that, they can just have so much more empathy and understanding of why you are the way you are and like your experiences, because they truly know who you are.
They get your depth.
Exactly. But like everyone has different experiences, and it's not to say that someone new can't come into your life and really be very fulfilling for you. But I think in my experience, that's why I really hold people close to me who I've been friends with for a long time, because they truly know who I am.
The only other side I would give to that view is that new people can take you for who you are at this current stage and not put you back into that framework of where you were when you were in K through 12. That why part can drag you sometimes.
Right. Like there's some baggage with that too.
Yeah,
like
with that
if you
baggage.
grow out of that person
Yeah.
or that experience, like maybe they don't serve you anymore.
Yeah. This goes into my third bucket of how do you intentionally invest time to these friendships. So do you have any tips or tricks?
My boyfriend's mom always brought to my attention and applauded me and was just like, how do you have so many friends from like childhood or like even college, like close friends? I just am very intentional about the effort I put into my relationships. And it doesn't even have to be, again, it doesn't have to be anything big like monetarily or like materialistically or anything. But I always put an extra thought about my friend. I always make sure I celebrate them. So celebrate their wins and be there when they're sad or like they need me. It does take effort. It does take effort to like remember to just text them and say, hey, what's up? Or check in. Or sometimes I'll even Venmo them like $5 and be like, happy Friday, coffee on me. You know, if it's their birthday, send them flowers. Showing the effort and the thought is really what matters.
The Venmo $5 was always super surprising when Melody would give me that money. So if she wasn't going to say it herself, I was going to say that was really special to me. Thank you.
Obviously, monetary things are always nice.
Of course.
My love language is gift giving.
I can pay off my debt.
My love language is gift giving. Like if it's someone's birthday, I really think about, okay, what's something that I think that they truly would love and that I connect to them. I picked out because I believe this is something that they would truly love. Having that little bit of a personal touch. Just like remembering to text them or checking in on something like, oh, I remembered you had this big interview. Like, how did the interview go? Like following up on things that they tell you.
For me, it's really hard to keep connected when I'm very far apart from people. So when I was in Japan and all my friends were in the US, the only thing I could do is like call them. The time differences made it really hard. But what my friends would do, and I didn't do it back, was that people would write me handwritten letters. And that was incredible. And I keep every single one of my letters in a Ziploc baggie and I read back on all the stuff they wrote about me. But I think that's really special and I want to incorporate that more. The thing I'm doing better on is trying to just hit up people. Holler at your girl. So I used to be like, okay, let's plan a call date on Friday at 5 p.m. or like on Sunday at 1 p.m. Honestly, that just makes me feel so overwhelmed with like this task. And it's not even a bad task, but it feels like doomsday.
Right.
Like, oh my God, 12 p.m. I got to finish my lunch and I got to do this before I have this like silent time for my friend. I just call them now, and if they don't pick up, they don't pick up. That's fine. I just know that they saw that they had a missed call from me, and that's enough, you know. I'll send them a quick text after saying I just wanted to say hi.
A lot of people don't just casually hang and do nothing with each other, and I think that's kind of a lost art too. Being in a place where you truly feel comfortable with the people around you, that you can just sit and do nothing, helps ease the burden of like, oh my God, I need to invest all this time and hang out with this person. Like, you can just do errands together. I think a lot of times we go like shopping together, and I think that helps bring us together too.
The hard part is when you're far away and you're not talking to them on a daily basis. You're not catching up on what you've done throughout your weeks or months. And it feels like when you meet them again, you have to catch up on like A through Z of what changed in your life. And what is your advice to making it not feel so overwhelming?
I think with my close group of friends, I honestly keep them updated. Maybe there's occasions where I go and I'm like, oh, like I missed this and this detail about their life. But in general, I kind of know what they're up to. They know what I'm up to. Like, we share details about what's going on. Like, I'm talking to my close friends pretty regularly.
That's pretty impressive.
But also they say you can only really invest time, like be close friends with like 5 people, because you only have so much capacity to give and receive. It's like 5 people. Even now I'm like juggling, like, oh, I need to call this person, I need to text this person, it's this person's birthday, I need to do, like, it's a lot.
The last question is, what is the purpose?
So what I think about a lot, honestly, is you kind of have your village given to you as you grow up through like high school, whatever. College, you have your college group of friends, but I feel like in your 20s is when it actually matters. Like, you actually have to put effort into it. That's when you start shaping like who is really gonna be there for me when times get tough. And something that's really top of mind for me, at least right now in this stage of my life, I'm like 27. I'm like, okay, who's gonna be there for me to support? This maybe sounds stupid, but like, who's gonna be there to support my wedding, my bachelorette, my birth of my kid? Like, who's gonna be around me when I have a kid? Like, those are things that are coming up in the next 5 years that are top of mind for me. Like, okay, who are gonna be the people that I'm gonna rely on through all of that, excluding your partner?
The purpose of the tribe is your ride or dies and someone who can speak for you at your funeral.
Yeah, remember your life.
My life.
And that's not to say that there's not going to be people in your life outside of your tribe. I have obviously more than 5 friends, but I think at the end of the day, there's only 5 people max that you can truly fully invest in and like have their full support back. Like, think about those like 1 to 5 people who are truly like there for you.
And this discussion opened my eyes to really spending more time with my friends and making sure they're caught up and intentionally spending time. As I get older, that connection isn't lost.
Yeah.
Thank you, Melody.
I think that's an important piece, and I'm glad you took that away from the conversation, because bringing it back to the hosting aspect, this is all about investing intentional time into people. And I think especially in your 20s, it gets so easy to forget that that's important, because you're so focused on yourself and the next step in your life, maybe with your partner. It's easy to forget about your friends, honestly. It is, because you're just so involved in like your work and life and all these other things. So yeah, just remember, think about why that's important and what it will mean for you in the future.
It's like investing in stocks. You don't think about it now, but later on, if you don't do it, you look around and you die alone. Yeah. Make sure you're investing now and spending that extra time on them. You have your career, you have your fitness, you have your health, you have your extracurriculars / hobbies, and you have your friends. That should be your circle of wellness.
Oh, great, Mal.
Thank you.
Oh my God, you're gonna smash my heart.
Well, I hope everyone took away something from that and they text their friends after this video.
Text your friend. Tell them
I love you.
Say, hey, what's up? Holla at your girl.
Link this video to the text so then we get multiple shares and then we get more exposure and then we get more than 10 views. Thank you.
Don't forget to like, comment, rate, and subscribe.
No, we can't say that because they demonetize people who say that now. Well, I'll see you not next Thursday, but the Thursday after that. Bye.